Welcome back to the channel, fellas. Today, I'm bringing you Missouri out of the SEC. Can they win the East? And can they challenge for an SEC championship in 2019? Let's check it out. I want to just revel in the fact that the game started Missouri out at number 2, because I don't think a single person I know or anyone who loves college football would agree that they should start the year at number 2. There's a lot to prove. They lose their quarterback and they lose a lot of their senior people. So, let's check out what Kirk thinks. Kirk's is rocking with Missouri. Well, West Virginia lost their first game, so Kirk is rocking with Missouri over West Virginia. Actually, West Virginia has a better overall rating and a better defensive rating, but Missouri with that better offensive rating. I think Missouri's got a real good chance out of the East this year, but Georgia always looms big. I bet West Virginia gives them a really good game, though. Let's check out this rest of the 2019 schedule for Missouri. West Virginia, Wyoming, Troy, Georgia, an FCS team, Mississippi State, ranked by the way, Florida, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Texas A&M. You gotta think Missouri can win most of those games, especially if they start the year off number 2. I would not be shocked to see 11-1, 10-2, maybe 9-3, but I kind of think those are winnable games, so we'll really have to watch this one. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but the game thinks very highly of Missouri. I don't. In real life, I think they would probably go 8-5 maybe in the schedule, maybe 8-4, something like that. Anyways, but let's check it out. Let's see what happens. All right, let's check out this recruiting class. We see Missouri whiffs on 2 top recruits. I guess they're still in the fight for William Daniels and Mike Simmons, but Ryan Kramer, Brian Muhammad locked them out. They do land Kenneth Miller, 75 overall left tackle. Couple pretty good guys here in the 70s. Not the biggest class I've ever seen, but pretty solid at the top. Brian Robinson, 53 overall running back. We are here to wish you good luck, my man. Grind, do your squats, man. Run hard. Hopefully you'll see the field. They had a couple finalists for the award this year, ranked top 5 to begin the year. Only once. Oh my God, they only won 3 games. RIP. We've got to check out what the heck happened in the season for Missouri. Only 3 games. Okay, West Virginia, they lost by 3 touchdowns plus. They lost to Wyoming. Oh my God, they lost to Wyoming. Just take a deep breath. This is ridiculous. They beat Troy. They lose to Georgia in a close game. They're 10-2 on the year. That's not a bad loss. Of course, they beat their FCS team. They lose to Mississippi State. They beat Florida, and then they go on a 5-game losing streak to Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Tennessee, who ends the year ranked, South Carolina, and Texas A&M. That's the bottom of the SEC right there. So you got to think with 3-9, they're probably last or second to last in the whole conference. Missouri, what are you doing this year? I just don't understand. How do you even lose to Kentucky, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt to end the year? That's when you're supposed to be killing it at the end of the year. They can't even go bowling. 3-9 on the year. No bowl for Missouri. That's just awkward. Missouri 3-9, bottom of the SEC East, like I predicted. 1-7 in conference. Ouch. That's just horrible. When Kentucky, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and Tennessee are all above you, you are an official dumpster fire. Where's the West Virginia fans? Help me burn some couches, please. We do see Alabama number 1 at 12-0. Georgia and Auburn both in the year ranked pretty high. And down there, Missouri last in the SEC. Ouch. That defense not getting it done. Alabama ends the year number 1, unanimous number 1, 12-0. Utah, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, and Florida State round out the top 5. 3 of those 5 teams with conference championship games. So you got to think it's going to be Alabama and Utah, maybe Florida State if Utah loses. But Notre Dame and Texas A&M, you just got to throw up a prayer. Let's check out what the BCS says is going to happen for the top teams. It's Alabama, Utah, Notre Dame, Florida State, and Texas A&M, so not very different. You see the Florida State and Texas A&M switch there, but other than that, pretty similar top 10. Let's check out the Heisman winner this year. It is Brooks from Tulsa, a junior running back, almost 2,000 yards, 1,900 yards on 300 carries, 27 touchdowns on the ground, almost 300 receiving yards with 4 touchdowns. Lots of really good running backs this year, but he ran away with the Heisman, 2,100 points. My man, killing it. Oh my God, what the heck happened? Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Washington, your top 3. Alabama, Utah, and Florida State, all 3 lost. That's 3 top teams losing their conference championship. Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Washington, all in there, but it is going to be Notre Dame and Washington. Texas A&M, I'm sorry, you're out on the outside looking in. It is going to be the Irish versus the Huskies in the national championship. Let's check out what happened in this national championship. Washington beats Notre Dame 38-21, 17-14 at halftime. Washington with the advantage, scores in the third quarter and outscores Notre Dame in the fourth as well. Washington killing it through this game. The only quarter that was even in doubt was the first quarter, and then they took control of this game. 12-2 on the year. Notre Dame, good year in the year number 6, 10-3. Not a bad year for the Irish considering what they lose going into this season, but Washington wins another Pac-12 national title. Offensively, Washington slayed Notre Dame, doubling the rushing yards, outpassing them by over 50 yards. What a game for Washington. They did convert on all of their red zone. Both teams did, actually. Notre Dame with the 2 interceptions. That probably makes a difference. 17 penalties? That's not a clean game at all. Time possession-wise, Washington wins. Of course, you'd expect that for the team who rushes better. We do see Scott Jr. with almost 2,500 passing yards, top 50 in the country, but that's not going to get it done. In 2019, you have to be able to throw the ball. Next year is your year, my man. Crockett, good for over 1,000, top 76 in the country. You do see Brooks up there, the Heisman winner with 2,100. My man, Tulsa, killing it. I can't even say this. So 823 yards for Missouri's top receiver, top 70 in the country. That man just caught 33% of the total receiving yards. We do see Garrett, top 175, 31 solo tackles. That's okay. Turner, 5.5 sacks, top 102 in the country. Not really getting it done on the defensive line. You definitely want to see double-digit sacks if you can. Oliver, 3 interceptions. Wow, the top 3 up there, Bassey, Bunting, and Brown, all with 8 interceptions. That's crazy. Like 8 interceptions, that's almost won a game. What are these guys doing? Kicking leaders, of course, McCann only good from 47. That's not elite. You need to have an elite kicker if you're going to be on an elite team. Missouri, you got to step it up, man. McCann, maybe next year. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for sticking around. If you liked the video, please like it, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I want your feedback. I'm out. Peace.